We have a few more leaks from the Scrimcoin metaverse out of Yiska, coming from the rest of the teams in NA. Disclaimer, Scrimbucks are not always accurate. Expect variation from the Scrimbucks and real performance, though they are generally correlated. Also, there will not be one for APAC, as allegedly they are very close to last year's standings. With that out of the way, let's hop into it. Starting with the Challenger tier, these are the guys who have the biggest potential to upset one of the top tier teams, Shock, Rain, Glads, and Dallas. Defiant fans will be pleased to know that the Defiance rebuild is paying off, that they are performing very well, with Charung especially impressing due to the strength of Lucio in the meta right now. They are the most likely team to end up in the top 5 as it stands, even more so than the next big team on the list, the Houston Outlaws. While they were initially very strong, they have been unable to keep up with the meta changes and have fallen down a tier. They do usually get back on their feet, but it takes them longer than most to adapt. Houston fans shouldn't despair too much though. Pelican and Dante are both performing very well and make for a really good DPS line, and most think they will have their best season yet still. Next is the middle tier, with teams that are solid but lacking. Florida's actually at the top here, with great performances mainly due to the team gathering early and thus having more synergy, but individually Someone especially and Checkmate have made waves. Someone has been proving to be a surprisingly top tier main tank, and Checkmate showing his worth. Though many people are saying that once their head start and synergy fades, they'll be more vulnerable. Paras are also showing that synergy may be key here, having solid showings on both Rhine and Doom compositions, and outperforming the bottom tier teams consistently, with Dawn and Glisser especially standing out in preseason scrims. The Washington Justice are weird, with weird rotations and streakiness between Kalios and Mag, which could cause issues during the season, but Assassin is proving to be very capable and flexible, even having a solid performances on hitscan heroes, and Happy has proven to be one of the better socials in the league. With hitscans being strong, this team could wind up in the upper brackets. Finally, the bottom tier, teams who are clearly struggling. NYXL had a lot of fans hopeful, but allegedly they are struggling, mainly due to their late arrival in NA, small roster, and their tank also left for Korea for like a week. There's also allegedly a playstyle divide between the Florida players and New York players. I'm guessing that Yaki is in his usual hard carry mode, where the rest of the team wants to be more coordinated. I'm not really sure what the difference would be. Boston is facing similar issues with their late arrival to the scene, causing them to struggle early on, but they're doing much better now that they have gotten on their feet. Also worth mentioning is that the meta is working in Boston's favor, so they could definitely get some momentum going early in the season. Important to note is that both New York and Boston's issues are mainly caused by their lateness in getting together, and that Yiska repeatedly says that they both have potential. They could very well wind up being solid after a bit. Boston seems to be on the upswing especially due to the meta. Then Vancouver and London, not doing so hot. While they are performing better than last year, marginally. Both teams are clearly in the bottom two, with some punch-up potential. London especially struggling due to the last-minute flex support change and being late in coming to America. And that's it for SCRIMBUCKS. Honestly, about what I expected, with some caveats. I was hoping Vancouver and Boston would perform well, and it's disappointing to hear Washington is having tank weirdness. I had high hopes for all of these teams. While I'm not giving up on Washington or Boston, it seemed like there is far less hope for Vancouver. I'm really excited to watch Mayhem on the big screen though. It seems they will surprise us, and I'm glad Toronto's rebuild is finally paying off. They have a lot of great pieces, and I'm really hyped for them. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit like and subscribe for more. I upload nearly daily Overwatch League content, and I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of Season 5, so any subscription helps greatly. Thanks!